The escalating war in the Middle East tonight, Israel and Iran, the death toll climbing on both sides. Israel targeting Iran's state TV live on the air, and you'll see the anchor running from the studio. And Iran striking apartment buildings in Tel Aviv. Multiple civilians have died. Our chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell on the scene in Tel Aviv tonight.
This is the moment Israel targeted Iranian state TV.
This is so fake. This is so fake. Already, this is fake. You're telling me so what they're going to do is show you that this place got bombed, quote unquote, and then it's just shut down or something, right? But she's got blue and red. It's like red and blue. Let's see what's up here.
Live on the air. The terrified anchor running for cover as smoke and debris.
What is it? What is that? What am I looking at? Wait. Look at her face. Look at her face, dude. Does that look like she's scared?
Terrified anchor running for cover as smoke and debris.
Is that what happens? Is that what happens when a bomb hits? A bunch of confetti gets thrown into the shot? That's so dumb.
The terrified anchor running for cover as
it's just some confetti stuff, man.
Smoke and debris filled the studio. The building up in flames. This reporter with bloodied hands rushing outside, blasting Israel's attack. The Israeli military claiming the station is at the heart of the region.
Bloodied hands, bro.
Blastings. This reporter with bloodied hands.
Where's his bloody hands?
Rush.
Oh, this is blood? This is blood on his hands? What a joke. What a complete and utter joke. It looks like henna. It looks like henna, dude. I don't believe it. He's doing a handstand too. Wow. Wicked.
The building up in flames. This reporter with bloodied hands rushing outside, blasting Israel.
Yeah. Look, look what he's doing with his hands, dude. Look at that. I was watching this other one. Oh, you know what? I want to show you one more thing from that Air India thing. I know his shirt's so clean too. Exactly. Ridiculous, dude. This thing is so fake. This thing is already fake as hell. But yeah, this is like, he's doing a handstand.
Israel's attack. The Israeli military claiming the station is at the heart of the regime's communications, saying residents were warned to evacuate. Israel also bombing Iranian F-14 fighter jets, claiming it now controls the skies over Iran. But the Iranians are claiming were warned to evacuate. Israel also...
Look at this. So they're telling us, so this is an F-14 fighter jet? And I guess Israel's going to bomb it or something?
Bombing Iranian F-14 fighter...
Does that look real? Does that look real to you?
Jets, claiming it now...
Does that look like a CGI?
To evacuate. Israel also bombing Iranian F...
What is it? What am I looking at here? Some like... It looks like a CGI thing went onto the plane.
14 fighter jets, claiming...
And then the plane doesn't look like it's breaking up or anything. I don't know what's going on here.
It now controls the skies over
Iran. They cut away immediately. You can't even like examine it. You know? So dumb.
But the Iranians unleashing their own blistering missile barrage into the heart of Israel. Videos post.
Dude, look, it's not funny, man. It's not funny anymore, bro. Listen, those people are wicked heretics, okay? I'm sorry, they don't get it. I feel bad for them, but it is wicked what they're doing. It's wicked. For a layman to go on and teach thousands of people his stupid false theology and he won't even debate me. And then they have this cult server, Amazing Grace, and they just teach people a bunch of theology garbage like that. Got Pastor Dave. Listen, those people are wicked, man. They are wicked. Stop hanging out with them and stop talking like this. It's not funny. Okay? I'm not gonna look. If you're just gonna keep doing this, you can't be my mod anymore. For real, it's not good, man. I mean, if you're just joking, it's not funny. All right, because then people won't get it because you're my mod. And if you're not joking, well, you can't be my mod. That's it.
Posted online, showing deadly strikes on residential apartments, eviscerating parts of downtown Tel Aviv.
You can see the devastating impact of this Iranian ballistic missile strike. This was a residential apartment block, not a military tower.
Look at this, man. So you're telling me this is a residential apartment block, right? So that means there's hundreds or thousands of people living there, whatever. Maybe just tens or whatever. But so that means lots of civilians died, right? But this is what they always do. They just show you a bunch of rubble, and they expect you to believe that all these people just died and they got rid of all the bodies. All that stuff is gone now, and now they're just like now the reporters are walking around. But couldn't they just blow this up? Could they just blow up some building and just tell you a story? Like, why do I have to believe all this stuff they're telling me, man?
Target, and it's been totally devastated.
The pre-dawn attack leaving residents in shock.
The building shook. It was a big bang. It fell.
At least two
The building shook. It was a big bang. It fell. Okay, thanks. Thanks, lady. It didn't fall. Where did it fall? What are you talking about? What fell?
shock.
The building shook. It was a big bang. It fell.
At least 24 people killed in Israel, more than 220 in Iran, in a deadly conflict that shows no signs of ending.
David, President Trump just urging all residents of Tehran to evacuate immediately. It's not clear what this means, but the US deploying fresh military assets to the region without delay. David?
Ian Pennell from Tel Aviv, Ian, thank you.
Dude, this guy's getting muted now. You time it out, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. I mean, I asked you, man. I asked you nicely. Or I asked you nicely numerous times before. Now I was asking you madly or angrily or whatever. You're still not getting it. Let's go with this trick. Trick? What's that? Israel-Iran war. Night of the two waves of Iran. Night of fire. Two waves of Iran attacks. Rip Israel. Just chill, man. Look, you're new, bro. This guy's been around since day one, bro. Just, it's all good, man. But I get it. I get why you're kind of tripping too, but don't worry, man. We'll figure it out. Everybody's walking their own path, you know? Is that what a missile? Is that what a missile looks like? Doesn't it look like fireworks? Like, what is this? It doesn't look like a missile, right? This looks like some fireworks stuff, man. What is this? Why am I supposed to believe that this is a missile? I don't get it, man. I know it doesn't look like that, right? I was gonna say, you know what? If you ever look at video of like the Iron Dome, when the Iron Dome in Israel when it gets attacked, quote unquote, like it looks like fireworks, dude. I was saying that before. It looks weird, dude. It doesn't look like missiles or whatever. See how Indian news will play all this music? It's like it's trying to make it like a movie, you know? But it's like it's because like think about it like this, like Hollywood is part of the military industrial complex, you know? That's not even a conspiracy. Like they literally do make movies with Hollywood. CIA and the Pentagon both help Hollywood to make movies. Like the Marvel movies, the Iron Man movies, where they're partnering with the Pentagon, and that movie Winter Soldier, they partnered with the CIA. Okay, and that's just like those are public things, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But all I'm saying is that if Hollywood and the media are part of the military-industrial complex, right, in America, then it's probably the case in other countries as well. So what you see is that they're trying to make a story, whether it's Hollywood or the media. They're making a story. They're telling you a story. They're telling you a narrative, and they're giving you this kind of thing to excite you, to get to your emotions, to affect your emotions. Okay. And so in India, though, those people, they're like more naive. They're more like, in the third world, those people, they're kind of like naive, right? So they'll like literally play the music in the news, and they'll literally like pump them up with that stuff. Like their Hollywood is just really wildly like unrealistic and stuff, right? That's what they kind of respond to. So in the news, they can't just give you a news story the way they do in the West. They have to like play music and have like these stupid things like this thing. They're literally playing a song during this. They're playing like some song. Like this, according to this news outlet, whatever, if you want to believe them, right? This city is being bombed. This city is being bombed. There's people dying, right? They don't care. They're playing the music. They're playing this music like it's a Hollywood movie. It's so utterly dumb. No injuries reported. Look at all these missiles. No injuries reported. There's like 100 missiles. We've already seen like 100 missiles. I mean, I guess we're supposed to believe that all these things are missiles, right, or something. I guess that's what we're supposed to believe, right? So we've been watching this thing for 2 minutes now. And I see about 5 of these things going through every 5 seconds. So that's like hundreds of missiles. How is this thing just okay? There's no injuries reported. Though fire damaged cars. What a joke. Yeah, the Iron Dome. The Iron Dome's fake, man. I don't believe it. So dumb. It remains unclear if the blaze is from a direct strike or an interception. Yeah, man. No injuries is insane. Imagine how many. Look at all these missiles. Why are these missiles like? You'll see a little explosion in the sky. Like, look at that. Look at that. Like for some reason it just started like it almost like it looks like it blew up in the sky. Look at that. Why is this thing blowing up? Why are they going up? They're going up. They're going up in the air. Aren't they coming down? Like this they got launched from Iran or whatever, and they're coming all the way here. What kind of stupid thing is this, man? Look at this. What am I supposed to? What am I looking at? What is this? Is this missiles? These are missiles. Supposedly these are missiles coming down and landing on Iran, right? And I guess we're supposed to believe that there's a camera for this Indian news outlet. They have a camera in Iran or in Tehran or something, and they're just filming the sky. Okay. What is this? What are we talking about? What is this? It's so dumb. Nah, I don't even believe it. Like World War III is just another myth, man. They're just trying to scare us, man. It's all about fear. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, Mike, this Iran leader is doing a Masonic. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Eh? I mean, these guys are very Masonic. I've seen these guys do lots of Masonic stuff. This guy's Ayatollah Khomeini. But anyway, look, I'm telling you, man. Look at what we're looking at. They do not look like missiles. They look like fireworks. What is World War III is real? Okay, so if World War III is real, what they're trying to tell you, I guess World War III means, obviously we know nukes are not real. So whatever World War III means, it doesn't mean nuclear war. Okay, but if I guess what they're trying to get you to think is that World War III means some kind of thing comparable to World War II, where like tens of millions, according to them, tens of millions of people were killed in fighting, right? Is that realistic? Is that something that would happen today? Would normal American people sign up to fight in a war with Russia or whatever, or China? It's like, I don't know. I don't believe it, man. China, Russia, missiles are real. What kind of missiles are real? Well, supposedly, I mean, I can see how China and Russia might back them up, maybe. Supposedly, that's the idea. That's the World War III narrative. That if they keep pushing Iran, then supposedly Russia and China are going to back them up, which maybe not. I don't know. World War II Germany carpet bombs. Yeah. So England was there was lots of bombings. I'm not saying World War II is fake. I'm just saying, like, first of all, I don't necessarily believe the numbers that were put forward about World War II. But also, back then it was very different, you know. They had a lot more control of the narratives, you know. But nowadays, people aren't like, especially after Vietnam, people don't really trust the government to say, okay, I'm gonna go fight in some war overseas, fight for my country. People don't feel that way anymore about their government, about their country. They don't trust their government. They don't trust, like in World War II, people kind of had that much trust of the American government, or the Americans did, or Canadians did, or whatever. They trusted the government enough that they would say, okay, the government says I should go fight these Germans. I'm going to go do it. You know? That was then. Nowadays, it's not like that, man. I don't really see them doing. They're not going to pull this millions of people to go fight some war. It's ridiculous. See how they put the three missiles, three phalluses, basically, right? But it's like the two pillars and the third pillar is ascending. Yeah, Vietnam, then Iraq too, and even Afghanistan. If you really think about Afghanistan, like, even if you believe the narrative about 9/11, which I'm sure most of you probably don't, but if you believe the narrative about 9/11, that's still like, what they're saying is that some group of criminals was hiding in a sovereign country, Afghanistan, and then they just invaded that country and occupied it for 20 years because of a small group of criminals. You know, it doesn't make any sense, once again. And also, by the way, the Taliban offered to give OBL to them. Or that's just, once again, that's the narrative, right? The Taliban offered to give OBL, Osama bin Laden, to the American government if they provided evidence that he was involved in 9/11, right? But they didn't. Bush actually famously made a speech in front of the whole nation and said, "No, we will not give you evidence. That you should just hand them over to us without any evidence, just because we told you to." And I don't know about you guys, but if you're a sovereign country, right, you just hand over people that are in your country just without evidence, hand them over to some other country, then you're not a sovereign country, you know? So that's why they didn't. And then America occupied that country for 20 years. And also they were guarding the fields of the poppy fields. The Taliban, when the Taliban got in, it was that year, right? It was like 2001 or 2000, late 2000. The Taliban took power in Afghanistan. When they took power, opium production in that country dropped down to like 10% of what it was before. That's the main supplier of opium in the whole world. Not opium, but like heroin. So it dropped down to like 10% of what it was when the Taliban came in. But as soon as America came in and invaded, and they quickly occupied the whole country, right? So as soon as they came in, the opium production, the heroin production skyrocketed to record levels. I think a lot of that thing is because a lot of the drug dealing and stuff, it comes from these Illuminati people and stuff like that, you know? They just faked the virus for the entire world with CGI AI technology. They most certainly can fake World War III, and they probably will. Yeah. Fake the war, right? That's different than what Truth Freeze and some people are suggesting is that there's going to be a real war. I can believe you that there might be a fake war, but we'll be here calling it out.
Okay. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 Studying the Bible with Mike Sampat. These other YouTubers are just so trash. Hit the thumbs up if you wanna support. Go follow Mike as he follows the Lord. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 You better watch out, Mike's calling out the shields. If you're not free grace, you need to sit down and chill. We're not hyper grace, you know we keep it real. Eternally secure, you know that we're sealed. We don't back low, we're not workspace heretics. Mike's not in it for the money, trying to get a lick. They out here selling their souls for a couple clicks. Becoming Freemasons so they can't just get rich. I'm studying the Bible in Toronto. 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 Shout out to Mike Sampat. Check out his channel, Toronto Bible Study. Subscribe and like.